Yo, what's going on, brethren? Thanks for tuning in to another dialogue with the raw, the real, and the red pill. You know, been off the scene for a little bit. Had some personal things going on, you know. Pops had to get admitted to the hospital. He's kind of been down bad, you know. Keeping up with him day to day, making sure he's all good. You know, surprisingly, even my maid, man, she's been really, you know, helping out with Pops and shit like that, man. So shout out to the, you know, to the very select few women out here who, you know, stand behind their men and do what they can to help. So, you know, I had to shine a little light on that. But that's what's been going on. But through these last couple weeks, man, it's been some things on my mind as usual, you know. What I want to discuss today is something that we all know, but we close our eyes to, man. And the day we open up our eyes and realize this will be the day when men will begin to face the obvious and act upon what is obvious. You know, we all know a man should be at headship, but there's many reasons why. So I just want to talk about some of the nature, some of the off nature of woman, and I think it's gender specific, man. You know, and I think I've made it very clear through the past videos within the history of my channel that a lot of the dysfunction within the black community comes from the woman because she's raising these families. So a lot of these young men they're stupid. They don't know how to think because they were never taught how to. They think like woman. They be acting like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? And when we really even look into that phrase and terminology, you know, it's insulting for a man to think and behave and have the processes of that of a woman. Because, you know, a guy like myself, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get into the nature of women from how I perceive it. And as I witness these various natures, it solidifies my chauvinist views and why I believe a man should be a head over the woman. You understand? And guide this woman. You know? And lead this woman. You know, one of the reasons is because wisdom is purely deprived from her. A woman is naturally a narcissist, man. Or the only things she truly understands are the things pertaining directly to her, and she only perceives it one-dimensionally as it revolves and orbits around her and how it affects her. You know, many women are naturally like this. This is just how they are, you know, because they were created to be servants, man, to be taken care of. You understand? And it's like it's in them to think like this. I can't actually tell you why or what, you know, as of right at this moment, what the father was thinking when he, you know, created the nature of this woman, you know. And honestly, it can be a good nature when she's in her purpose. When she's, you know, got the steering wheel, you know what I'm saying? It can be destructive because she's one-dimensionally minded. You know, she's a narcissist. Everything revolves from her personal perspective. She can't look outside of it. You know, here's an example. Recently, you know, I have a 4-year-old daughter, and I don't want to say I'm hard on her, but I'm indoctrinating her on certain principles and core values that a lot of single mothers don't put in it, that they don't put in their daughters. Hence is why the promiscuity within the black community and the bastardom of children and single motherhood is so epically high, because these young girls need their fathers. But to get on with the story, I'm waking up the other day in the morning, and my daughter's, she's restless. She's up, she got the cartoons on Netflix and whatnot, laying in the bed. And she's laying on her back with her legs spread all open and shit. So, I did what any other father would do, close your damn legs, And let's talk about what followed that. Of course, she closed her legs, but who had to open her motherfucking mouth? The woman, my maid. She had to say something. This is why the Father says that a silent wife is a gift from the Lord. You understand? Because a bitch ain't supposed to be talking because she don't understand. But let me get on with this. My wife, even though she doesn't understand, and I understand that she doesn't understand, she opens her mouth and says, oh, but she's stretching. Making excuses to usurp what the fuck I just said. And I know a lot of us brothers go through this. It's very difficult having a family with a woman in the Western Hemisphere, especially with a black fucking woman. That is the worst. That's the biggest demon amongst all women. She's actually most infested with the most demons. Because it's been generations and generations of a dysfunctional, unbalanced household concerning our people. We all know why. I can get to that in other videos. But I believe, it's systemic. Domestically systemic. But my wife didn't consider. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if my daughter's comfortable to have her legs spread open on her fucking back, like, who the fuck stretches like that, period? And I know my daughter, she wasn't doing it in any perversity or in any moves of promiscuity. She was just being a child, but somebody has to teach her. Because if she's doing that in the comfort of home, who's to say she doesn't go over her cousin's house or her auntie's house, or, you don't want a young girl comfortable. And us as men, we know this. There is no excuses. See, the problem with women is that they reason with what is wrong. They reason with what is disorderly. They reason with it. Where with men, it is black and white. It is yay or nay, righteousness or unrighteousness, per se. Right or wrong. There's no excuses. There's no in between. And this is the ordinance of judgment that is given to man, as we are created in the direct image of the Most High Yah. So we have that certain character about us that He put in us. So the wisdom behind that is pardon me, I'm driving right now, but the wisdom behind that is like I said earlier. Who's to say she don't get comfortable elsewhere and be laying around with her legs fucking open, stretching or not stretching, and somebody takes advantage of her because of that. We all know that pedophilia is growing rampant these days. A lot of people are undercover perverts, and it's for her own protection. Our daughters must be taught to conduct themselves. So my wife said that dumbass shit out her mouth, and it got me mad. And for any woman who might be listening, the best thing you can do, and for the brethren too, the best thing your woman can do at all times is shut the fuck up. She needs not to say anything, man. And they happen to be quiet with, and it's cool, when it works out. But then when it's detrimental for this bitch to shut her mouth, that's when she fucking opens it. And what it does is it conflicts your authority in the house and throws your house out of order, So really a lot of the disorder in the homes, in the communities, in the neighborhoods, and even in the world is because of the woman on this base level and on this one concept, because she's the one who's going to throw off the order based on her what? Opening her fucking mouth or making an executive decision that she an unguided decision, an unled decision. Even in the scriptures, man, a woman's word is not bond. A man has to witness that, and he has to validate it. A woman can make a promise, and the man can say, My wife can tell somebody that she's going to do something, and I can jump in there like, nah, that ain't holding right there. That ain't holding right there, you know? And what I say is going to go. And that's the reason behind it, because she is deprived of wisdom. We see it all the time with a lot of the sexual abuse that goes on in these single mothers' households, traumatizing and mentally destroying these young girls, because they don't. If they're deprived of wisdom, how can they give it? You know, if a woman is deprived of wisdom, how can she instill it into her children? You know what I'm saying? So, the next thing about a woman's nature, man, women are fucking scary creatures, yo. I'm not saying scary. Well, some of them are a little beastly, a lot beastly, very beastly. But I don't mean it in a, like they're terrifying. I mean it by they're terrified. Women put on the biggest fronts, especially black fucking women. You know, they're the biggest, baddest, you know, get in your face, outfight a man, this, that, and the third. But they're fucking the most cowardly fucking people, like, in the world. Women are fucking cowards, man. And it's okay. And it's not a problem that they're scary individuals. It's not a problem that a woman is scary. You understand? When I say scary, you know, I know a lot of my brothers are up to speed, but when I'm saying scary, I mean the bitch always afraid, man. Every morning on my way to work, which is where I'm going right now, my wife fucking begs and pleads that I not only lock the bedroom door, but also the house door, because she is so fucking terrified that something bad is gonna happen. You know, women lack faith too. There's not really 100% in them when it comes to spiritual things. They only can conceive and perceive that which is physical for the most part. And I think that has a lot to do with their fear, you know? And I think women should be afraid, because that's just the nature of them being victims, and knowing that if any man comes to that door and it ain't me, that they're kind of fucked. You know, they should know that, because that's the reality of it. But that's nothing but a female's nature coming out for what it is, you know? Whereas in a man, you know, a man is what? Brave, courageous. You know, these are masculine attributes, you know? So a lot of these females, masculine as they might want to seem, you know, their true nature comes out often with their scary asses, you know? I done bought her mace, you know, taser, you know. She has access to firearms and shit like that. She don't even want to touch the fucking firearm. I'm trying to, and that's the wisdom, and here's the wisdom in that. You know, every now and then I'll bring, you know, I'll you know, make some moves and get the toys out, per se, and I'll start taking them apart, cleaning them, you know, doing what I'm doing with them, you know, fitting on accessories and pieces. And at these moments and times, you know, I'll hand my firearms, you know, unloaded, of course, don't need to be said, but, you know, to my daughter so she can get familiar with it. My daughter likes them, she thinks it's cool. And then I'll go to my wife and be like, here, man, hold this. Show me how you hold this. She won't even touch it. Fucking scary. Scary. No, I don't want nothing to do with that. But the wisdom behind it is, if anything goes fucking wrong, it'd be nice if I can toss you a piece and you can handle some business with me. You know, Bonnie and Clyde, you know, but that shit's a fucking, you know, that's some, I'm not gonna say it's a fantasy, because there are some, a lot of men who, train their woman and shit like that, but most women don't want nothing to do with that, man. They're scary, because it puts them in a position of the knowledge of war and some of the principles of it, and a lot of women don't want nothing to do with that, because it's against their natures. They're scary, you know? And I can't truly understand it. You know, I cannot truly understand it. I'm going to go ahead on to the next point. And before I go on to the next point, I'm going to say this. They should be afraid. You know? What place does a once a month bleeding, weaker vessel overall, who has no wisdom, spiritual faith, you know, she should be afraid. What is the place? What is her place in society on the natural food chain? You know, think about that. And I'm gonna make a video on that next, man. So I'm gonna tell you exactly where her place is. Her place is up under a man, and if she ain't up under a man, she might find herself up under one unwillingly, to say the least. But on to the next point, man. Women are oblivious. They are oblivious, unaware creatures, man. They are oblivious, unaware creatures. They don't perceive what's going on around them. They don't. If it does not affect them directly, they don't find it a threat. In where a man, okay, how can I say this? There's no better way I can say this. And I have to get it in the best way I can relate to it. I'm just gonna give you an example to help you understand how I see this and how I notice this. You know, my wife has one time she done this more than once, gotten laundry detergent. Well, we attempted to get laundry detergent, and she wound up buying fucking fabric softener, not paying attention. You know, just the other day, I was going to Walmart. I'm gonna talk about my daughter. You know, she has her tablet, and we're getting out the car, and I'm walking, holding her hand. We're walking to Walmart. We get in the middle of the crosswalk, and for some odd reason, I guess whatever she was watching got good, and she just stopped in the middle of the fucking crosswalk, not paying attention. Had to snatch her tablet, man. That shit got me so angry, because it's like, you know, but it's female nature from childhood all the way through their adulthood. It's not in them, because they don't perceive threats when they're with a man, and even when they're not with the man, when they're in society that essentially protects them, they have no reason to pay attention. But look what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Shit. No, y'all remember that video I made on Nia Wilson, right? Not paying attention. You know what I'm saying? This bitch, you know, they're at ease, man. And the scriptures say, rise up, tremble, you daughters who are at ease. You know, a lot of judgments is about to come on these women too. And I've been talking about that. Then I tell y'all, when that Nia Wilson happened, that is going to get worse, and it's going to continue to happen. 2 more bras got stabbed in the neck in Las Vegas, man. Recently, within the last 48 hours, man. 2 more bras got stabbed in the neck. The Lord is putting these demonic spirits on these people, man, to really fuck these women up. And we all know why. And if you don't know why, just go through my videos and you'll start to see why I think why. You know, which is true. The shit that I'm saying is true. You know, because they out of order, man. You know, you got that one guy who's shooting bitches just for driving. You know, a lot of these things, a lot of these threats, as much as they're happening, I don't think women still ain't gonna pay attention, man. They're fucking sitting ducks in a pond wherever they go. That's why they must be with men. In certain countries, man, they're not allowed. They got to be escorted by men, and a lot of it's for their own fucking protection, because they're stupid. You know, they don't pay attention. So how can a vessel that falls short in all these different ways, and it's much more. There's many more ways, but I'm pulling up to my job. But how can a vessel that falls short in all these different ways, man, you know, be fit to call shots over you, to usurp your authority as a man, to tell you what to do and to lead the family? How's she fucking fit? You know, she isn't. She's not fit to do it alone. She's not fit to do that shit alone, no matter how much she lies to herself and get herself a Happy Father's Day mom cards and shit like that. We all know it's a crock of shit. You know, but thanks for tuning into the Raw, the Real, the Red Pill. This is just a little, small rant, I guess. We got some more content coming soon. Please do like, subscribe, and comment. I do go through them. Sometimes I can't get through them quick enough. Because, I guess a few of my videos are gaining a little bit of popularity. That's what's up, man. I'm happy that y'all enjoying the content, I'm doing it for us, man, doing it for the brethren. Catch y'all next time on the next dialogue. Y'all be easy.